Good afternoon, friends and family and neighbors throughout the country. Good to see everyone today, and welcome to the Bob and Barry live preview show for Monday. And this is February 28th. Make sure I got that right. 2022, last day of the month. Hi, Barry.
Hey, Bob. Glad to be with you all. And hey, no tornado sirens today. That's great. Beautiful sunny Alabama.
That's always a good sign for sure. I know you had mentioned earlier, and same here. We got beautiful weather. Quite the change from what we've been through the last few weeks. And I'm myself looking forward to slipping out of some of this dreary, dark, cold, icy grip that the winter has had on the country for the last, I don't know, gosh, like I said, it seems like at least the last 3 weeks continually, but ready for spring. How about you?
Yeah, I'm ready too, man. I was beginning to wonder, saw this old man, long white hair and a beard. First, I thought he was Santa Claus, but when he was building a boat and there was animals lining up out here, I was beginning to wonder.
Exactly. I know that is for sure. All right. So, hey, let's start the show off with our trivia question today.
Absolutely. The trivia. Let's shoot it.
As you can see, today's trivia question on Mondays is brought to you by Santa Tom at santascloset.org. Barry is demonstrating the gift that you win if you get the trivia question correct. It's a very nice key. It's an old world looking key. Has Santa, what's the letters on the back there, Barry?
It says Santa's magical key.
Magical key. There you go. And on the front has a very nice picture of Santa Claus there. Very nice key. That fob that's on the key ring is very heavy, and it looks old world, as we said. All right, Barry, over to you for the trivia question for Monday.
All right, here we go, folks. A Charlie Brown Christmas was a made-for-TV animated film that debuted in 1965. That was a good year. In this special, which character quotes the Bible, delivering the true meaning of Christmas? A Charlie Brown Christmas was a made-for-TV animated film that debuted in 1965. In this special, which character delivers the true meaning of Christmas as quoted from the Bible?
That's correct.
Good luck, everybody.
Last week's winner, Mr. Scott Parker, is not eligible. He's been put back in jail for a month because he is such a trivia buff and wins everything. So
I see a couple of correct answers in the feed. We'll notify you at the end of the show the winner because of the time stamp that comes in. The first one that has the earliest time stamp with the correct answer will be the winner for today's trivia.
That's correct. So Elf Angela will get us the exact winner on that, and we'll announce that later on in the show. Want to say hi to everyone today. It looks like we got Mr. Greg, Mr. Randy with us today. Thanks you guys for chiming in as always.
Yeah, I saw tomorrow night's guest on there too. So welcome, Bruce.
Yes, that's correct. Go ahead and let's talk about Bruce for a moment.
We're excited. Tomorrow night's guest is none other than 2014 Santa Claus Hall of Famer Bruce Templeton. He'll be joining us from Canada. He was a keynote speaker at the ISC in Denver in 2016. Just a treasure trove of knowledge and wisdom. And I'll be honest with you, every time I watched any of his stuff on YouTube and everything, it chokes me up to tears. So it's going to be a wonderful night, and he's going to impart some wisdom on us, and just so excited for that. Yes,
and we've built the show that it will be like none we've done before because Bruce is so good at what he does. Those of you who were in Denver in 2018 for the ISE got to see Bruce do the keynote there, and when he starts to speak, he gets the attention of the whole room. So it's going to be a fantastic show. We're looking forward to it. We are extremely excited. Bruce has so much information to share. And so can't wait till tomorrow night to get that done.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome show.
Guest.
I didn't catch what you said there, Bob.
Talk about our upcoming guest after Bruce.
Yeah, after Bruce on March 8th, we have Michael Howell, another Santa Claus Hall of Famer, March 15th, Larry Jefferson. Jeff McMullen will be joining us on March the 22nd. And to close out March, on March the 29th, Mrs. Sherry Heath with So Santa, and so Mrs. Claus, and she works with the Santa gathering there in Gatlinburg, so she's going to share about all that with us. So we've got a great lineup for March.
Yes, exciting every week. I wake up just so excited about that week's show, and we've been lining these the guests up, and each time that Barry calls me or sends me a text to tell me that he's secured a guest, I just jump up and down. I'm so excited about it. We love sharing information. We love being able to have these folks tell their stories, show their expertise, share some experiences from real life, not only get to know them before they got into the industry as a entertainer, but especially since they've become such a big part of the red suit community. And so, hey, that kind of brings me to the next point. You mentioned Larry Jefferson, the Texas State Santas, which I'm founder and director for, had our first Eat Meat of the season. Normally we try to do that at the end of January. This year it kind of pushed into the end of February. We've been so busy with so many projects. And so we had 40 plus Santas and Mrs. Claus there this weekend. We went to a fabulous restaurant that we've gone to time and time again. It's called Campo Verde, and it's in the Mid-Cities area of Dallas-Fort Worth. And what makes them special is they decorate for Christmas. I mean, they go all out, and they leave the stuff up for 6 months at a time. So they decorate sometimes, I believe, in October and leave it up through maybe some point in March. So we love going there because it just fits Santa, Mrs. Claus, Christmas decorations. They leave their decorations that they have around the ceiling and that sort of thing up all year long, but it's all the stuff that eye level and below that is taken up each year, cleaned. Of course, being a restaurant, it's important to keep that stuff clean and wiped down. But they have so much stuff, and one of the highlights is the fact that they have trains on shelving that goes around and goes through each one of the individual rooms, which is pretty cool. There's many restaurants around the country that do that, and every time I go in one that has it, I just have to stop and watch the trains. I mean, I'm fascinated by them.
That's pretty neat. I hope they didn't have a buffet, because if they did, I'm sure they panicked when they saw all those round bellies heading in the door at one time.
No, it was order by plate. They do an excellent job over there. They assign us their two best waitresses. Of course, we call and set this up ahead of time, let them know how many folks we get coming, and these girls just work their tails off, and I'm telling you, they are spot on every time. We love going there. Of course, you get a bunch of Santas coming in with Texas State Santa vest on, and all of us, white bearded, and Mrs. Claus on our arm going in as couples and whatnot. And of course, that draws a lot of attention. People come back to the back room where we're at wanting pictures, and the children want to talk to Santa, and it's always a ton of fun. Now, we left there after we got our group picture out front, which we posted on Facebook. We left there. We went down the street to Decorators Warehouse. It's Texas' #1 Christmas store. And it is a humongous warehouse that has, I don't know how many square feet, but it is big. And they have some of the most beautiful displays and different things for Christmas. Of course, we go in there, it's like, we're at home. And one of our Texas State Santas is there during the season. And I think he even does a few days during Christmas and July events. But of course, he always goes with us. And then speaking of Larry Jefferson again, him and the owner are acquaintances. They know each other quite well. And So it's always fun when we go in down there. They treat us like family every time we go. But we had a great turnout. But anyway, got to speak with Larry. He's excited about doing the show, and we talked a little bit about which direction we wanted to go with the show. So can't wait till we have him on here in a few weeks. Santa Larry is, quite the character, like many of us are, and I think everyone will enjoy Larry's time on the show also.
Absolutely. Hello to all those of you that's joined us a little late here. We see Mark and Bob and Beth Collins. Glad to see y'all on the program today.
Greg says he has a LGB train running on his wall in his family room. That is cool, Greg. I love those. I mean, what the ambiance, quite the thing. Of course, one of my backstories I tell children if they ask for a train or mention train during a visit with Santa is that Santa's office at the North Pole, of course, has those shelvings, and I have trains running in both directions, and the lights are on, and I have tunnels and bridges and little towns and cars and mountains and whatnot. It's always a good little backstory. The children enjoy it, and I enjoy telling it.
Bob, tell them a little bit about your upcoming class out there in Garland, Texas.
Yes, that'll be March 26th and 27th, a 2-day class at the Holiday Inn Express, Bass Pro Shop Drive, 4412 Bass Pro Shop Drive. That is on the banks of Lake Ray Hubbard. That's one of our large local lakes here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We're on the east side of town. So, again, Bass Pro Shop right across the parking lot. There's numerous restaurants built into the corner of the lake as well. And we have 2 days, 8 hours each day. And Chrissy Kovic, CostumeMagic.com, is also one of our full-time instructors. She and I will be doing double duty on this particular class. We've added some stuff. We're kind of taking it to the next level. We've got quite a few people already signed up. We do have room for more if anyone's interested, or anyone in the Texas area. Well, as far as that goes, anywhere across the country, we have had folks come from Michigan, Minnesota, North Carolina to our classes, so you don't have to be from this area. We, of course, have a block of rooms set up there at the Holiday Inn Express if you want to come in and stay at the host hotel. It's going to be a fantastic time. Looking forward to it. Of course, all 4 books come with the tuition, and so, again, excited about that. That's one more thing to do this next month.
And maybe next week on the show, we can launch an exciting announcement for a Sat Bob's class in Middle Tennessee coming up in May.
Yes, still working on that. Barry's been working diligently behind the scenes to find us a host hotel, and we're in negotiations right now, or in talks. Haven't really started too deep into negotiation, but in talks with those folks. So as soon as we get that wrapped up, get an exact date set up, we'll be talking about that one quite a bit too. And then, of course, Gordon has his Ohio class coming up the same weekend as the Garland class. That will be, again, March 26th and 27th, 2-day class up there. And Randall Checker Lee will be one of the presenters at that class, doing a special presentation for Gordon. And Randy, I still need to get with you, brother, and talk about the logistics, but we're going to Zoom Randall into our class in Garland, simulcast as he does it in Ohio. And same thing for Barry. Barry will be doing his reindeer flight presentation that he does, and we're going to simulcast that to both groups. So something that's exciting and new and fun. I mean, we're all the time trying to push the envelope.
Absolutely. It'll be a great class. Be a great class.
Yep, for sure. So anybody got any questions, thoughts, any criticism, anything you guys want to throw in the box down here on the bottom? Any questions that you'll have for Bruce for tomorrow night's show? Start correlating those, get them written down. We will have a Q&A session tomorrow night. Bruce's presentation and the whole show will run right at an hour. So grab your questions and get them ready. That way we can throw them in there and have them ready to go.
Yeah, well,
Randy?
Bruce, it's going to be less Barry and Bob and more Bruce tomorrow night. It'll be a little different than what we've have been in the past. He's such a dynamic speaker, and Santa Claus and everything he talks about is touching. So less us and more Bruce tomorrow night.
That's right. We do have a few questions, not many, but once we get a few questions in, then Bruce basically has 3 separate sections that he will do presentations on. And so again, you got to come, you got to watch this one. It's going to be fantastic.
Being a pilot, I got excited when I saw his deal with where he has the airplane flying to the North Pole and he and Mrs. Claus greet the children. That's just an awesome thing that you'll see tomorrow night a little bit about. He'll tell a little bit about it. It's going to be pretty neat.
Very unique idea, and it's got to be exciting for the children and the parents, but especially the children.
Absolutely. Does anybody have any questions they'd like to throw in there? Tomorrow night's show is interactive. We'll have a segment where we'll ask you, if there's any questions, and if so, pop them in the chat box, and we'll do our best to get them answered for you.
Hey, Scott Parker. Oh, by the way, brother, we sold a couple more buckles this week, so I think we're down to 5, I believe. I'd have to double check that, but 5 of your buckles left. So again, anyone wants in on the last 5 remaining Santa by Parker Christmas buckles, reach out to either me, hey, or Scott. You can holler at Scott also, and our Spangle, and we'll be sure and get back with you on that. Okay, so have we got a true winner on the trivia?
Yes, we do.
Okay, let's go ahead and get that out there. Looks like, hey, Randy, you got it, man.
Good job.
Correct. That is correct. And just as a FYI, we did a little research on this. The Bible quote that he actually quotes, which brings up the true meaning of Christmas, is Luke 2:8-14. And in case you want to go over and pull your Bible out and read that particular scripture.
And while we're mentioning the Bible and prayer and stuff, please be in prayer for the people of Ukraine. A lot of people don't know. I used to be on the board of directors of a ministry that took the gospel to the people of Ukraine over there. So I spent a lot of time, praying for those folks and people and pastors going over there and delivering Bibles and then, sharing the gospel. So they're near and dear to my heart. And it's just amazing what they're trying to overcome right now.
Well, exactly. And, it's one thing for to be a conflict between countries, but they were a peaceful, free society, actually had really tried to turn their corruption around since President Zelensky has been in. And, it's heartbreaking to know that this is happening to that country and to those folks because they, we're all God's people.
Absolutely.
So pray for those in Ukraine and pray for everyone involved. I'm not real sure, but I know some of those that are fighting from the other side I don't think their heart is really in it. They're just doing what they have to do.
But anyway, those of you that joined us late, tomorrow night's guest is going to be Santa Bruce Templeton out of Canada. He's a 2014 Santa Claus Hall of Famer and was the keynote speaker at the IC in Denver a few years back. And just a dynamic guest. Make sure you join us. If you know somebody that's not involved with Sat Bob's Live or don't watch our show, tell them, hey, this is one they don't want to miss. So, share both of our groups, Sat Bob's Live and Santa in the Business of Being Santa.
That's correct. Greg Swick says, my Santa staff was made there. Now, Greg, I think you've got the one that has the globe with the antlers, the reindeer and the antlers encasing that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you say Igor Carver was the gentleman who made it, I assume.
Bruce just put up a comment.
I like that, Bruce. That's fantastic, man. He says, I'm closer to Dublin, Ireland than I am to you there. I do hope you come and enjoy it. I know that Bruce has posted in a lot of the groups trying to help promote the fact that he's going to be on and help draw a viewership in. I know Barry put out a blanket statements or promo yesterday on quite a few of the groups. So hopefully we'll have a good turnout. If not, I do know one thing for a fact. The Tuesday Night Live show and the Bob and Barry show have been getting excellent hits for the replay after the show is over with each week. So I know we've had some fantastic numbers this year, and we really appreciate everyone. If you're watching live or if you come back and watch the replay, either way, you're getting the content. The content is directed to you guys out there. We want to help the Santas and Mrs. Clauses in the community. Again, those who are on the show, as Bruce will be, telling their story, sharing their expertise, and trying to help everyone as a collective group. And that's what we're all about.
Yeah, if you pick up one or two things that makes you a better Santa Claus or Mrs. Claus, it's well worth the hours time or however long we run and everything. So we're all about helping people learn and get better, because you know who benefits? The children benefit and the families benefit.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Couldn't say it better myself. So Melissa, you say that's hard to wrap your head around. I assume that's to Bruce's comment about being closer to Dublin than to us down here. Of course, Barry's in the South. He's in Alabama, northern Alabama, northwest Alabama, and I'm in north central Texas. So it is a long haul up to where Bruce is there in Newfoundland, Canada. So
absolutely. Hey, I want to mention something too. During our broadcast tomorrow, Spangle the Clown has a special going on with his Schools of Santa that he's offering a scholarship. So what you have to do to get your name into the drawing on a scholarship, why don't you tell them about that, Bob?
Yeah, it's like, share, and comment, and it will. And my mistake, I misunderstood the actual rules of our own game, and thanks to Melissa Bunton, she corrected me on that, and we got that taken care of. But you have to share, like, and comment during our live broadcast, and if you do that, the comment has to go in to the live broadcast saying that you had done all three. Just comment done all three. That puts your name in the hat for the drawing for Spangle's scholarship that he's giving away, a $359 value. That includes your lunch and dinner for during the convention. Also includes 2 of the Branson shows that they have. Many of you have probably been to a lot of those shows up there. Spangle picks out a couple of different ones each year, and that is part of your tuition. The only thing that you have to cover is get yourself there, the travel, and then the cost of your hotel room. And $359 for a great weekend, lots of fun, lots of learning. He's got 4 or 5 different presenters this year. Of course, he changes presenters each year. And Sat Bob's was up there 3-4 years ago now. Me and Gordon taught up there. And it's a fantastic time. And so be sure and tune in tomorrow night. Do the like, comment, and share. And put your name down there that you've done all 3. You can play as many times as you like. So share, share, share.
Yeah, all you do is while you're in the Sat Bob's live group, when we come on, the show comes on, hit the like button. You reach over there, you have a share. It shares it to your Facebook page and say, maybe join us for the Tuesday Night Live show with, guest Bruce Templeton or whoever we may have on there, and share it. And it'll be posted to your page, and that qualifies you to be in there for the drawing. As Bob said, $359 scholarship. It's pretty good.
Correct. And Scott Parker won the scholarship earlier this year in a similar deal that he gave away. I don't know if you can say, but that's the list of folks who have done the all 3 of the things correct. I've got your name on her. We went the check mark on the side right there. That's where we go to your page and make sure that you have done all 3. Not that we don't trust you, but we just want to make sure that we're, it's fair for everyone. So very good. Bruce, Says, my island is where 37 planes landed after 9/11, and a little down went from 9,000 people to 15,000 people in 3 hours. We looked after all of those for 3 days. I remember that, Bruce, and that is such a noble thing for you guys to do up there on your island. Man, I cannot wait till tomorrow night. This is going to be fantastic. Bruce, thank you again for your time, and looking forward to tomorrow night for sure.
Yeah, I'm fired up, man. I've been looking at his stuff on YouTube and everything, and it just chokes me up, the generosity of this man's heart, the visits he does, man. God bless you, Bruce.
Yes, he is the epitome of what we all should try to emulate. Let's put it that way. That's a great way of putting it. All
right, man. If there's nothing else, we can close them on out. Glad you was with us today.
Short and sweet as always. Tomorrow night's show again, comes on at 7 p.m. as always. And so we're looking forward to everyone showing up tomorrow night to see Mr. Bruce Templeton. And the things that he has to share with us will be beyond anything we've heard and seen. As Barry said, the things that he does is remarkable, and we love that. All right, Barry, take us out of here.
All right. Join us tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time in the Sat Bob's Live Facebook group. And hope to see you there. And again, special guest Bruce Templeton will be joining us. So be there, like, share, and comment to get in for that scholarship. And just remember, we do this because we care. Bye-bye.
That's correct. Randy, I'm not sure if I got your address still. I think I do. You might slip it to me in a PM just in case I can get that to Tom. We want to thank Tom Court-McGillia for sponsoring today's show, the Bob and Barry Show, and thank him for the gifts that he gives out each week with that real nice little Santa key and key fob. Fantastic prop to use. Right there is his card. Don't forget to holler at him. He's got so many great products, and I know many of you have spent lots of money with him, as I have throughout the years, and continue to spend money every chance I get. Thank you, Tom, so much. Thank you again, everyone. Appreciate you. Until tomorrow, thank you so much for viewing us, and God bless. And don't forget the Bob and Barry Show next Monday at 3 p.m.
See you tomorrow night, folks.